Okay. Yeah. Didn't I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Didn't I hit that? Yes, I ain't like it. Okay. Yeah. Didn't I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Didn't I hit that? Yeah. Stars born. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, didn't I hit that? Okay, yeah, didn't I hit that? Yes, I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, didn't I hit that?
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
10 at the
from the gun, it's Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to go with a tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They will throw on first down with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, Love to pass. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, going to the air with Love. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Working out of the gun. Love. Looking here for Smith downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
1st and 10, Taylor now. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, Fun, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone when things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
3rd and long for Love. Into heavy traffic, and a It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On first down, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
28-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Uh, 13 yards remaining on second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up fourth down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Taylor. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to up the team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league. Their offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, now this from 43. And McManus able to put it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They're on the 20-yard line.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Love from the gun on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Brings up 4th and goal.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again. Love gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Again, it's Love. Oh, Smith. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going back to Love. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Hurd. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, Love. Got a man open, it's Sutton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he is all the way up past the 25. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Burrow. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
4 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down.
They'll run here with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins. Not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide. But then pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. It's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 3rd and long for Love. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Traquan Smith. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. Love to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away.